the Joe Rogan Experience, he gives cats 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? But like,
I listen to the whole thing.
so
too,
do
like
I.
a sicko.
You can just split it up. Like,
Yeah.
that's what my biggest pet peeve with people that are like, oh, the Joe Rogan podcast is long. I'm like, all right, just don't listen to it all at once.
Yeah. Chip away at it.
Is that crazy?
Dude, you seen the ones he has with like the Navy and the Air Force dudes who've seen aliens and shit?
Oh, David Fravor. You ever seen
Dude.
one? David Fravor's the one that I love.
Yeah,
I love
the guy
to
who's
watch.
like a pilot and he saw it on the radar and shit.
He's like, I saw like that pill
Yep.
going around and
Yep.
it was going at speeds I've never seen before. He was those are crazy.
I can only hope that I see some kind of shit that's flying around with my own bare eyes.
Yeah.
That I can just say like, I have definitively seen a fucking UFO. Because no matter who tells me, I'll never believe it. Like, I have to see it with my own eyes.
Do you believe in the aliens?
I'm going to need a clarification before I answer.
I'm going to say...
Do I believe in aliens on Earth?
Aliens... I'm going to need to...
Yeah, yeah.
So, obviously, I feel like to say there's no other life form in
They're
the
out
universe.
there.
Like, there's somewhere.
Yeah.
Something somewhere.
There has to be.
So that is
That's
almost
the
like
scary
a given.
thing,
That's
right?
almost like a given.
Yeah.
But like, do you think that maybe any of the sightings, any of the evidence, any of it, any one bit that they've come in contact with us in some way?
I think
real?
we all want to believe that there has been, right? And I'm not saying there is. I'm not saying there isn't. The thing that I've been contemplating lately, for everything, not just alien shit, but the alien shit kind of got me thinking on this path, was no matter what you hear, you have to consider the financial motivation behind it. Or not the financial motivation, but the...
What's to gain, just in general? Like...
Yeah, dude, because, like, think about this. Let's say you work for NASA, right? And they're like, dude, we'll give you $2 billion. You just go to Mars. Just make it happen. The budget's $2 billion, right? And you go home, you stew on it for a week, and you're like, motherfucker, I could just go to Rialto out in the freaking desert for like 11 grand, probably fake that we went to Mars, right? CGI, the whole thing of like, oh, we took off. Like, yeah, actually launch a rocket into the Bermuda Triangle. Do that, then cut the feed, and the rest is Hollywood. Probably going to cost around 20 grand. The rocket, that's probably going to be a couple mil.
But you
have $2 billion on the table, bro. The financial incentive is ridiculous. You could never even spend all that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's what happened, but you have to at least consider.
I think that's a big issue with what we got going on today with a lot of things. It's like people don't even want to consider it. It's like considering it is like basically like saying it didn't happen, but that's not what that is.
It's just, not.
If you're not questioning anything, then how
do you really know?
How do we really know about like? Because then, let's say 90% of the stuff we question ends up being true. It's like, okay, that's no harm, no foul.
No
it's
harm,
true
no
anyway.
foul, yeah. And you learn some shit along the way, probably.
Right. Another 10% got them because they were trying to pull the wool over our eyes.
Yep.
But no one wants to ask those questions.
I mean, dude, if someone was like, hey, I'll give you $1 million a year if you work for me, 2-year contract, I'm going to have to see some money first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to know, like, that you can even afford that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why would I, like, trust the same logic of, like, no, we landed on the moon. Like, okay, it looks like you went up on a cardboard box that's, like, wrapped in aluminum foil. Yeah. Like, no bullshit. Have you seen
I've seen all the moon stuff, yeah. I mean, here's what I think, though, too. Here's what I think. I think they went. I think they were there.
And the evidence got destroyed?
And I don't even know if they were able to do it. If they were able to record evidence up there. I think they were like, all right, well, we're not going to be able to fucking get anything.
Because it's on magnetic tapes, right?
Yeah, so they're not going to be able to get anything. So they knew, and the scientists knew that, but they knew that they couldn't go up there and just tell everybody. Because talk about, like, distrust. Like, you know, like, people, like, what are you going to do? Like, yeah, we went. It's like, with what evidence? Like, the whole point was to show it, market it as us being, like, the superpower that made it. And then they just recorded the shit here. And honestly, I'm right with it. It's like, I'm kind of okay with it, like, me being a guy that does some stuff like this.
Me too, but, like, at the same time, we should be out there. Like, not even just, like, as the U.S., just, like, flexing, like, oh, yeah, we went to the moon. Like, I personally think we should be seeding these other planets. Instead of, like, looking for life where it's not. It's definitely not, bro. No, nothing's living on frickin' Mars or Mercury or Venus, right? But stuff could live there. I think if we sent out capsules of like bugs, bacteria, maybe like rodents or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And just send a capsule, all different planets. Like, that's at least some insurance in case we get fucked up by an asteroid.
Yeah, there's some repercussions that need to start being laid down, or some
just some safety measures, some insurance.
Some insurance
in case we blow up one of our nuclear reactors or something.
Yeah, because that could just happen.
It could.
Know? I've seen like this one thing. I forget exactly what it was. What like the conspiracy was. Maybe it might not even be conspiracy.
I love conspiracies, dude.
This might just be true. I don't even know. But I know that there was just one. I think it was the U.S. They were like detonating bombs.
Okay.
They were like shooting up and detonating bombs, just like testing or whatever.
Just dicking around, being
idiots. And I guess that one was shot up at like a certain level of the atmosphere that if it ignited, it would have blew up the entire planet.
Just like ignited the ozone or
because
something like
that? Maybe like a nitrogen level or something like that.
Okay.
Like if it got up to a certain rank and blew up at a certain level and then blew up, it would have just incinerated the entire Earth. And I guess like they were just messing around and didn't think of it, and they were just doing it and getting lucky that it wasn't happening. And then
maybe that's what happened to Mercury.
I gotta look into this shit. I love see.
You know, because I was
now
thinking,
I'm in. That's definitely
last
what
week,
happened to Mercury.
Like maybe Venus is an old Earth. Ready? And hear me out.
Yep. No, I'm with you now. We're already in.
Let's say we're on Earth today, right?
Yeah.
And we fucked up the ozone, or we fucked up our atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
And the way to fix it is we fly. I'm super into conspiracies.
So am I.
I don't believe them all, but I think it's hilarious and fun to go along with it. So yeah. Let's say chemtrails, right?
Chemtrails.
You know about chemtrails.
Yes,
everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they're for our own good. They protect us. But no government would come out and say, like, hey, we're going to be spraying everybody with XYZ chemicals, right? But if we don't do it, everybody's going to get cancer and die in 10 years. Like skin cancer, just burn up. So we have to do it. The thing is, if we stop doing it, we're fucked. And if we keep doing it, we end up like Venus. Because Venus is like, it has too much atmosphere. So you send shit there, it gets crushed. And like, the gravity goes crazy, right? I think. I've never been there, but I think that's
I haven't been there either.
The theme.
To Venus yet.
Yeah.
That's next on the list.
I think that's...
maybe like there, then like Dubai.
So I think it's possible that maybe Venus was an original Earth that after so much like pollution and like, you know what I'm saying? It just like developed into an unlivable like 400 degree Fahrenheit oven.
Is it the ozone there that's like...
I don't know. I think it's like a super thick atmosphere.
It's just super thick.
And and it's I think, isn't it closer to the sun?
Venus, yes.
I think it's
so. Like...
The second one, I think.
Is it the second one? Does it go my very...
Either way, Mercury, it's my very something.
Mercury,
so
Venus, Mars, my very like malicious.
Excellent mother.
Oh, excellent mother. Oh, yeah, Earth, Mars.
Yeah, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
You know what's supposed to mess me up?
I always thought
Mercury, Mars.
Dude, I know. I always thought Mars was like closer to the sun.
I think because we envision it being red and like hot.
Yeah.
But it's just because they have less atmosphere, I assume. Is it even hotter? Is it even hotter? What do I know?
I have no idea. And if I told you, would you believe me?
What's school for, even? Like, seriously.
Dude,
what do we learn there?
Not making money. Tell you that. They don't teach you shit about making money.